incredible moments in an NBA season, that presentation of the NBA ring ceremony is special indeed. And greetings, everyone. This is the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with you. Joining me tonight, Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. Our buddy David Aldridge is on the sideline getting stories. So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. White in at shooting guard, with Brown playing small forward. Sharp out there with Bobby Portis. And it's Pritchard in at the point guard. And for the Warriors, Jonathan Kuminga out there with Butler. Then it's Curry. Then there's Jay. And it's Lopez in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Stan, peer through your coach's lens just a second for us. And what are you trying to accomplish early on in the season?
Well, I think, Kevin, there's so much player movement now. You've always got a lot of new guys. So number one, you want to get everybody oriented into your system and the way that you do things. And then you're trying to figure out who are your best combinations on the floor, who starts, who comes off the bench, everybody's role. That takes time.
That's great insight. And MP tries to bring out his best when he's matched up against any of the league's top teams. You know, he has said it publicly, but he puts a lot of stock in games like this one.
And that's what makes this game so important. When you come out and let everyone know what you're thinking, you have got to back it up. MP's put some pressure on himself. We'll see how he handles it.
And with that, let's go over to DA with a report on MP.
Thanks, guys. I talked to MP before the game, and he said there was a lot of confidence in the locker room. He said, we know this is a tough matchup for us, but we've got a strong game plan. We're all on the same page, and we're ready to execute. This will be a good measuring stick for them, guys.
I would say, David, the perfect measuring stick. Here's Brown. The Warriors making the shot. To the paint. Here's Sharp. Good D by Lopez.
Excellent coverage defensively, making it hard on him.
Here's Kuminga. Jaylen Brown with the rebound. The Celtics have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Portis against Kuminga. Here's Brown. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Well, you got to foul Brown harder than this because he does convert well through contact.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
Here's Jay. He had a career game last time out. Bucket after bucket. And there's the bucket from Kuminga.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 fall.
And Coach Derek White spent his first 4.5 seasons with the Spurs and Coach Greg Popovich, who did a lot to boost his confidence.
Yeah, Kevin, White was a late first-round pick. He's a humble guy, very hardworking. I don't even think he realized he could be this good.
Boston is gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Pass to Brown. Now here's White. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Look, shooting off the catch is something White's become really good at.
Here's Jay. White covering. Now here's Curry. The rebound by Sharp.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
Brown jams it in.
Yeah, we know Brown loves some aerial theatrics, and he really went all out there.
And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's Curry. Here's Jay. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. The kick outside to Butler. Offensive rebound outside Curry. They set the pick. Pass to Jay. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Again, Curry missing. And so Brown will bring it up for the Celtics. Here's Pritchard. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Warriors have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Butler on the wing. Here's Jay. Pass to Curry. Three-pointer. And Jimmy Butler, good for 3.
Yeah, that's good awareness of the shot clock situation. Jimmy calmly gets one off before time expires.
Right the pass to Brown. The Celtics working the ball around now. White setting the pick for Brown. Jay with the rebound. Jay's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Well, last season, what a start to MP's career. Coming out on top of his rookie class.
And the adjustment to the NBA game seemed minor for MP. The speed is very different than the college game, but he put in the work and understood his assignment coming in. Very impressive.
Well, he certainly had trouble finding the mark this quarter.
Brown wide open. He fires. Bangs home the trifecta. Brown's got 8 points. Golden State's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Jay, the pass to Kuminga. Good work there as it goes. He's got 6.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Curry with the bucket.
Great work inside by Curry there. So clever and composed in the paint.
Celtics trail by 4. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, I talked with head coach Steve Kerr. Now, we talked about the difficulty of trying to contain a player like Jaylen Brown. Coach said we can't let him gain confidence and feel like he can do whatever he wants. That's when you get into trouble. Now it's up to the players to make sure this doesn't happen. Guys?
Thanks, David. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Warriors.
Well, a lot of times you'll hear coaches yell, get the ball inside, and you can see why. Good things happen when you get the ball into the paint.
And it seems they've also put an emphasis on moving the ball, working to rotate around the defense and find those quality looks.
Now, here's Brown, coming off a stellar performance against Toronto. Off the run, the Warriors pull it in. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Boston.
And of course, playing against their NBA Finals opponent from a season ago, they hoisted the Larry O'Brien Trophy and sent this club home empty-handed. He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in, build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. Now here's White. 17 points in his last outing. Portis sets the pick for White. Outside Portis. Drills the three-pointer.
Yeah, and guys, when White's got the ball in his hands, you can count on him to make the right decision with it.
Jay, the pass to Kuminga. Here's Jay. Back to Kuminga. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by Sharp.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Brown against Butler. For 3, Portis. They get the rebound. Sharp. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Well, his rebounding is such a boost for this team, especially when it comes on the offensive end.
Different look here for the Warriors. As Jackson Davis is checked in for Lopez. Draymond Green comes in for Jonathan Kuminga. Moses Moody, he's checked in for Butler. And it's Brandon Podziemski in for Curry. And the Celtics also making a change. Drew Holiday is checked in for Jaylen Brown. Celtics trail by 6. Here's Pritchard, still scoreless. Fires from deep. It's good from long range.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with it.
Jackson Davis finds Podziemski. Count it, good. And the Warriors lead by 7.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Pritchard passes to Holiday. Outside Portis. Deflects the pass. One-on-one here.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
Celtics trail by 9. Pritchard passes to Holiday. From 11 feet away, that one good for 2.
Yeah, Holiday understands when to pick his spots on offense, especially when the mid-range opens up like this.
Pass to Jay. Back to Podziemski. Here's Jay. There's the pick. Lock at 6. Moody's shot is off.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Here's Jay. 8 points for him. Back to Jackson Davis. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
All right, a chance to look at the stats for White. Last year, getting it done. Put up about 14 points per, 4 assists and 3 rebounds. Just a fantastic scorer off the bench. Always a factor in every game he plays.
Yeah, look, you need that kind of punch off the bench. Someone who can help shoulder the offensive load.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Cade is checked in, and it's Tillman in for Bobby Portis.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, but also credit the offense there. That's making a play when you really need it, and they need more of it.
Doesn't go for him.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Here's Jay, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Jaylen Brown's checked in for White. Both free throws good from James. And I think most would agree that MPGA at this point of his career is considered one of the best ever at his position.
Well, anyone that ranks above him is a first ballot Hall of Famer. MP isn't at the top at his position just yet, but he's shown he's in a class with other legendary talents.
Tillman's shot is good.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Here's Jay. He's covered by Brown. Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
Oh, he's put on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. The three-pointer, no good. Warriors leading by 8. Here's Jay, and there's the drive. Up and in on the layup. Jay's got 16.
Dare I say he's had a perfect game. Incredible. No misses thus far. A major reason they lead.
So it's the Warriors now. 24 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Green with a screen on Holiday. There's the drive. Jay, it's good for his 8th consecutive basket in only 8 tries. Wow.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Pass to Podziemski. And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. But you can't make it that obvious.
Here's Brown. It's good from the top of the key. He's got 10.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
And so it's the Golden State. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game, stats-wise?
Throughout the first quarter, they did a great job of just running the offense.
Yeah, and I love to see this kind of communication between teammates. Great player movement, great ball movement.
On the floor for Boston. Holiday out there with Jaylen Brown. And it's Walsh in at the 3 slot. Warriors leading by 10. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Swiped it away. Green with the block.
No matter what night it is, Green seeks to intimidate and more often than not succeeds.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
It's Brown with the drive. That one off the back iron and out. Warriors shooting 61% from the field, showing some marvelous touch out there. And Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax, signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history.
Now here is Holiday. And the lead is down inside single digits. Holiday's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Celtics. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Well, Jay, in that last matchup against the Hawks, played a huge game. He picked up 67 points, and that was only part of it, as he added a triple-double for his work. Incredible effort on his part. We'll see if tonight means more of the same. Kevin?
Okay, David, thanks. It'll be interesting to see, Greg, how much of that performance carries over to tonight.
And Kevin, different scenarios call for different measures. I'm sure he'll just try to provide whatever they need for the win.
Well, I'm sure he's coming in with a lot of confidence after last game. He wants to have a repeat performance here tonight.
Here's Holiday. Basket good. And that's now 6 points for Jrue Holiday.
I think Holiday knew there'd be some contact here, so he was ready to outwork him.
Here's Jay. 18 points for him. Pass to Podziemski. On the wing, Brown. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Brown's got 13 points. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for Boston.
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnovers.
And something else they've done well tonight is finding points in transition. So far, the fast break has been a plus for them.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Jonathan Kuminga. He's checked in for Moody. And Stephen Curry is subbed in for Brandon Podziemski. Celtics trail by 6. Brown deciding where to go with it. Curry against Holiday. To the middle. It's tipped. And now Curry running the floor all by himself. Good! Curry, so dangerous in transition.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
On the wing, Holiday, guarded by Curry. Holiday against Curry. The shot by Holiday, no good.
And then they continue to control the glass.
Hit by Kuminga. Outside for Curry. Another three for Golden State.
And after not making any threes in the first half, he now has 2 here in the second half. Let's see if he continue to add to that.
Now here's Brown. He's got 13. And Jay gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
2 fouls for him now in the first half. He's going to have to be really smart going forward.
Lopez, he's checked in for Golden State. Sharp's checked in for Boston. Richard comes in for Tillman. Here's Holiday. He's got 6. 6 to shoot. To stop the run. Rebound by Brook Lopez.
Right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Tries again. No good on the layup.
Frozen. Guys just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
Brown's shot is good. Brown's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, we're seeing this more and more out of Brown. The ability to take over for an extended period of time.
Curry outside. Another three for Golden State.
And things starting to click from three-point land. Nothing in the first quarter, but he's hit 3 triples here in the second.
There's Brown with the 3. That's his 6th miss and 12 field goal attempts. Can we talk about this every night? So much great young talent coming into the NBA. Is there one player, though, in particular, who right now stands out to you?
Well, I have to say, Kevin, Victor Wembanyama. I don't know that we have ever seen a guy of that size do the things that he does. Now, you can say, well, what about Nikola Jokic? Well, Nikola Jokic, first of all, is not Victor Wembanyama's size. And then Victor's handle and his length, the guy's incredible. He's going to be the face of the NBA for a long, long time.
And the Warriors making a change here. Santos is checked in. Celtics also with a sub. White's checked in. With the drive. And it's out of bounds. Pass touched by White. And now let's have a look at the teams that were last year's best from the free throw line. Second, the Warriors.
Well, as a coach, it's a relief knowing free throws are almost automatic for your guys.
Portis, he's checked in for the Celtics. Here's Jay, and he takes that one up and powers it through. MP with video game numbers. How about the 60, 20, and 10 triple-double?
An all-time game in league history. MP just doing everything. This guy is a human cheat code.
Here's Pritchard. Last time, 14 points for him. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down to 10 on the bucket from Brown.
Well, that's his 3rd three-pointer in this game, and 2 of those came in the second, so he might be heating up.
Here's Jay. White covering. Curry outside. Rebounded by the Celtics. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Solid work at the line a season ago. 83% on his opportunities.
Isaiah Jackson. He's checked in for Kuminga. Pass to Brown. It's White on the wing. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 5 assists tonight.
Well, there's an example of Brown's ability to see the floor. Nice pass right there.
Here's Jay. 20 points for him. Outside for Curry. Here's Jay. White covering. Right side Curry. Here's the three. The rebound by Sharp. Sharp's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's White. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Warriors leading by 6. Here's Jay. Curry, a screen on Sharp. He takes it in.
Once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Portis kicks to White. It's intercepted. Here's the break. Here's Jackson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. The Warriors have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
And last season, when they got themselves to the line, they usually came through as a team up around 81%.
Trace Jackson-Davis is checked in for the Warriors. Now here's Brown. 18 points for him. Here's Portis. Drops in the layup for 2. Portis has got 5 now.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Here's Jay. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And a chance here to check out some stats on Steph Curry. He's coming off an excellent season. First in three-point field goal percentage, third in scoring, and he was such a reliable option offensively, finishing in the top 10 in field goal percentage.
And you're right. Not only did he dial it up from deep all year, he did it with tremendous consistency. That's the kind of three-point efficiency you want. Now, here's Portis. He's got 5. Brown outside. Fades. And it's Boston with another.
Just a heroic scoring effort from him this quarter. He's doing everything he can to will them back into this game.
Here's Jay. White covering, outside Curry. Puts up a 3. Curry buries the 3 shot.
Well, they just need to keep getting him the ball. He has been terrific this quarter.
Celtics trail by 8, and many around the league believe Curry doesn't get enough fouls called in his favor. G.A., what do you think?
There could be some truth to that. He gets held and grabbed more than anyone when running off screens, but especially blatant on drives to the rim.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
Here's Jay. 22 points for him. It's stolen by Brown. Pass to Sharp. Outside White. Sinks the three-pointer. White's got 9 points now in the quarter.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
Curry on the wing. Here's Jay. White covering. Jay, the pass to Curry. Here's Jay. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Curry. Fires for 3. Answering with a 3 of his own. Stephen Curry.
But has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter? He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Pass to Brown. 1:11 left in the first half. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's his first trip to the line. No good on the free throw.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
Moses Moody, he's checked in for the Warriors. Podziemski's coming in for Curry. Here's Jay. 59 seconds left now here in the second. Podziemski with it, and the Warriors tack on 2 more.
Well, maybe the defense thinks they can live with that, but he's pretty consistent from that mid-range area.
Outside Portis. Brown kicks to Portis. Pass to White. It's good. With that basket, he's now 5 for 9.
Well, if they can come back and take the lead, this will be because he's carrying him. This quarter's been all about him and his offense.
Here's Jay. Majemski on the wing. From 12 feet out. Rebounded by the Celtics. Sharp's got 8 rebounds in this game. Pritchard passes to Brown. No good from 11 feet. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Warriors lead by 5. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from San Francisco.
Come one, come all. The 2K halftime is here, and so is our breakdown of the upcoming schedule. Let's check it out.
Checking out the Celtics, you can already see they have the makings of a good team, but they also have things to iron out.
Splitting the first 2 games, this next one could indicate which direction they're headed. And now let's talk about our featured game. It was a solid first half for the Warriors.
I like how they've been hitting the boards, man, playing real hard. That's great sign for the second half.
Yeah, but the score is close, and if they want to pull away, you got to do more than rebound.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. It's been one outstanding game from Jay.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
We've got Kuminga, Jay out there with Stephen Curry. Then it's Brook Lopez, and it's Butler in at the 3. That's the Warriors' 5. Here's Jay. Outside Butler, just 5 to shoot. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Brown. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
Terrific finish there from Brown. He goes up strong and absorbs the contact.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line. Greg, what a great time to be a fan of basketball. Not just in the NBA, but all over the world.
Absolutely, Kevin. The sport just continues to grow, and there's increased value being placed on all-around skill, even in youth basketball. And I think that bodes well for the future of the game.
Oh, no, he may have gotten injured right there. He's in a lot of pain.
And I feel like we see this all too often. Injuries, they play such a big part of the game.
Yeah, these kind of things really test your depth. Hopefully, it's not too serious.
Celtics making a switch here. Holiday's checked in. Brown. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Brown's got 5 points now in the quarter. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Warriors. Floats it up for Kuminga. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, the Celtics can beat you in a number of ways. Point guard Jrue Holiday said we can play small and big. We have great bench players who come in and change the game at any time and could start on other teams. And we have a hunger. Kevin, they're going to be a problem for a long time.
Agreed. Yeah, they are stacked, DA, for sure. And now, it's a look at the 2K leaderboard. with the list of the NBA's best fast break teams from a season ago. The Warriors, number 1. Third spot, the Celtics.
It's all about the fast break with these two groups. I mean, they were terrific a season ago, playing at a breakneck pace.
There are so many different roles Jaylen Brown can take on for his team.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
Here's Jay. 24 points for him.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Yeah, when you're moving the ball like that, it just keeps everyone engaged in the game.
Celtics trail by 8. Portis finds Brown. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Jimmy Butler.
And when you talk about Jaylen Brown, you have to bring up his two-way ability. He's a pure scorer who can also guard the opposing best wing. There aren't a lot of guys like Brown in the league.
Outside, Kuminga, and stolen by Portis. Here's White, and White with the stuff.
I tell you what, they won't be down for long if they can get some more early offense like that.
Hit by Kuminga. Jay, the pass to Kuminga. The wide open look here for Lopez. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Double team on Holiday. Pass to Sharp. Over in the corner, White. No basket. That's his 5th miss in 11 attempts from the floor.
Well, that one didn't fall, but otherwise they've been excellent shooting the ball to start this half.
And stolen by Sharp. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Terrific form at the line throughout last season. 89% on the year.
Well, Holiday's one of those guys they can ask a lot of, whether it's guarding the opponent's best player or orchestrating for his teammates.
Brown against Butler. Brown kicks to White. Shot clock at 6. For the tie. Offensive rebound. There's the triple. Brown, no good.
Well, after draining 3 triples in the first half, he doesn't have any in the second half. I know he's disappointed, but he needs to remain aggressive.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Now, here's Brown. 28 points for him. A 3-ball. The shot by Holiday, no good. Warriors leading by 6. Down low, here's Kuminga, and Kuminga throws it down.
This guy is a high flyer, I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Brown against Butler. Right side, Portis. For Kuminga, and he overshot that one, missing.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing all the little things.
Here's Jay. Light covering beyond the arc. Kuminga, no good.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Portis finds Brown. And Holiday has it in the corner. Outside Portis. Launches a 3. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Holiday.
Yeah, Holiday will make you pay from deep. The defense has to chase him off that line.
Here's Jay. Light covering. Here's Curry. And it's Golden State with another.
He's creating good looks and shooting very efficient.
And now, David Aldridge has an update for us on Peyton Pritchard. What's the news there, David?
Hi, guys. Well, the head athletic trainer for Boston provided some information for us. Apparently, he has elbow tendonitis and is really having a tough time coping with the pain. This is certainly not the way they wanted to begin the season. I guess it's never too early to start tinkering with the lineup. Guys?
David, thanks for the great update, guys. It doesn't sound good.
No, if that report is accurate, he's going to be spending a lot of time in rehab and on the sideline.
Yeah, you never want to speculate on injury, but that didn't look like something you were going to bounce back from quickly.
What an exhibition he's putting on today. This is about as hot as you can get.
Holiday, the pass to Portis. Celtics passing it around. Pass to White. Fires the three. And Curry pulls it down.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Celtics trail by 10. Outside, White. Here's Portis. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. You coach Stan at various levels for 30 years. How has the transition been to the broadcasting business?
Well, Kevin, it's been great because of people like you and because I'm undefeated.
Right. But do you miss the aftermath when there's at least a score sheet? There's a scorecard that says win or loss.
I do miss that. There's no question. I miss the competition. I miss the camaraderie of building toward a result. But I've started to get some of that in broadcasting as I've gotten to know my partners better.
Now it's great being your partner.
Likewise.
Now Brown. After the missed three from Stephen Curry. It's good.
Well, sometimes you tell players you can have a good game in a loss. You've just got to keep doing what you're doing, and the rest of us have to figure it out.
Here's Jay. He's got 24. Now Brown. Outside Holiday. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Holiday's got 12.
Nice quick shot from Holiday. Not giving the defense time to react to him having the ball.
Pass to Curry. Takes the three. And he's good on the three ball. Curry's got 14 points now in the second half.
And what's gotten into him today? This is getting ridiculous.
Outside White. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, look, if you're trying to slow down White, you first have to match his activity level.
Yeah, and the work they've done at the line has been impressive here in the second half.
And the Celtics making a change here. Walsh is checked in. Now here's Curry. He has 35. Inside. And the basket by Jay. That's now 26 points for Jay.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
No one near Curry as he lets it go. Another three for Golden State.
Well, he's been nothing short of fantastic this game, and he has his team in a great spot as this thing winds down.
Brown the pass to Walsh. Back to Brown. Three-pointer. They get it again. The kick out to Holiday. Here's Walsh. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time.
Outstanding floor awareness from Holiday. He knows exactly when one of his guys has been left uncovered.
Pass to Curry. Shoots the three. Another possession. Another assist. Dishing it all over the place in this one.
He's tallying them up in bunches.
And White slams it in.
Hey, sometimes it's your night. White's number keeps getting called, and he keeps coming through. Brown outside.
to the inside. Here's Sharp, and then Sharp with the dunk.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was Sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
Here's Jay. Light covering. Pass to Curry. Rebounded by the Celtics.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
And here's Holiday. 12 points for him. Down low. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
All right, a chance to check out the stats for Drew Holiday. How he did last season. Averaged about 9 points a game last year. 5 assists and 3 rebounds. Backup point guard, always an important position, and he fills that role beautifully.
Yeah, you need someone who can organize that second unit and keep things moving along. A tremendous asset, highly valued by a coaching staff.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Double team on Holiday to the wing on the left. Here's Walsh. He's defended by Podziemski. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to White. Takes a 3. The shot's good. Brown making the play. White's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
The shot by Holiday, no good. Warriors leading by 6. Takes it inside. Jay misses. Poked away. From downtown. Rebounded by the Celtics. Brown's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. They break it out 5 on 3. White wide open. He fires. Knocks down the 3 ball. White's got 26 points.
Well, that brings his total to 5 makes from beyond the arc for the game. Feeling some confidence from range.
6-second difference between shot and game clock. Tries the spin move. Here's Jay. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Pass to Queta. Now Holiday with a tie. That shot off the mark. And the game still closely contested as we end the 3rd quarter. The Warriors on top. Now let's listen in to head coach Steve Kerr.
Get a couple stops, we get a couple runouts, we get into our flow, all right? Keep the ball moving, keep the intensity.
Steve Kerr asking his guys just to keep up the pace, playing selfishly, basically be yourself, stay in character.
Yeah, I mean, he knows what this team is capable of. Just looking for a couple of plays to really kind of kickstart that engine and give them that little sustainable groove.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the 4th quarter could have even more action in store for us. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the 4th quarter. They've got Jaylen Brown, also Holiday out there, and it's Queta in at the center position. Breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
And I'll tell you, the energy they've shown in the open floor, boy, it has been terrific, doing a phenomenal job converting in those situations.
Now, here's Brown. Outside Holiday. Dives for it. That'll be Boston as it goes out of bounds. Celtics retain possession. Clock at 4. Celtics trail by 3. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Here's Jay. He's covered by Brown. Here's Podziemski. And another assist. The chemistry he has with his guys is impressive.
Keeping his head on a swivel actively seeking out his teammate.
Brown outside. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Pass to Jay. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Wow, that was no wet spot he slipped on, folks. He just plain broke him down.
Yeah, you don't see guys weak-legged like that very often. We'll be seeing that play for weeks to come.
22.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Celtics trail by 9. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
And this has been a comedy of errors. I mean, you can just add another one to the list.
Here's Jay. Kuminga, screen on Brown. Floats it up for Kuminga. And taken away by Brown. And now it's Brown running. He can go all the way. And the dunk by Brown.
Well, we just saw both sides of Brown's game. He can affect the game multiple ways. It's why he's such a good player.
Podziemski with it, guarded by Holiday. Pass to Jay from outside the arc. Drops in the tray. Jay's got 37.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Celtics trail by 10. And Kuminga comes to help. Brown inside. He's defended by Podziemski.
Yeah, there's no reason for the defense to get out on him right now. Just let him keep taking that shot until he shows them he's going to knock it down.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
First free throw is good.
Substitution on the court.
There's a screen. Curry passes to Jay. Back to Curry, taken away by Holiday. Here we go with Holiday running it up the court. Puts it in off the nasty crossover. Holiday's got 10 points in just the second half.
What a move by Holiday, using the dribble to free himself up.
Pass to Jay. Knocked loose. 5 to shoot. Back to Curry. Shoots over White. Rebounded by the Celtics. Sharp's got 13 rebounds in the game. Pass eating. Outside Portis. Lopez over to help. And Holiday kicks to Portis. Portis sets the pick for Sharp. Brown the pass to Sharp. Rebound by Butler. Warriors leading by 16.
Celtics foul. Jaylen Brown. Second personal foul. Team score.
The first free throw is good.
Number 22.
Both free throws good from Jay. Double team on Holiday. Celtics trail by 18. Here's White. And Lopez pulls it down. Lopez has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. There's the screen. Here's Butler. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Driving. And it's a great finish!
Oh, my.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. Nice job capturing the moments on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Up top, Brown, defended by Butler. So, Stan, I've been wondering about these different approaches. The development system for youth basketball is vastly different in the U.S. than in Europe. Which do you think is best?
Well, I think in terms of developing skills, Kevin, we've seen it. The European players of all sizes have very well-rounded games skill-wise. They do a lot of work on a daily basis developing those skills, whereas in the U.S., our young guys play a lot of games in the AAU system. Skill development not as strong, but they do learn to compete on an everyday basis.
And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. Both teams deciding to change it up. Celtics trail by 19.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Warriors.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
And Kevin, they had great penetration this time out.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for James.
There isn't much else you want from someone. He gave it his all and was rewarded with a triple-double.
And the dunk by Jackson.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush, perfect.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the boards.
Well, the Celtics shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. Ingram outside. From beyond the arc, connects from three-point range. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
There's 31 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here's James. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clear.
Free throw good from James. He's perfect from the line this time. And another steal for him.
And he has been an absolute feast on the floor. Another steal.
Greg, that swipe puts him tied for second all-time for most steals in a game. What a defensive effort from him. And it's the Warriors' ball. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Here's James. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one is on Holiday.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
And free throw good from James. Both free throws good from James. We see the Warriors taking the game here. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are